Hello student, our today's lecture is on the explanation of Einstein field equation from Poisson equation. This is a theoretical approach and we derive the Einstein field equation later on in the next lectures. Okay, so we firstly see what is meant by the Einstein field equation. So the differential equation that describe the gravitational field are the field equation of general relativity. That is, the equation of gravitational field is called as the Einstein field equations, and we are deriving the equation of gravitational field in general relativity. So this is a new equation in new theory, and Newton was the first who introduced the gravitation to us. So Newton's give the hint that the new equation of any new theory of gravitation must reduce to that of Newton within the classical limits. That is, the equation of gravitational field in new theory is derived, then it must be reduces into the Newtonian mechanics. Okay, that is the equation in the Newtonian mechanics. So he gave us some resource material we needed to derive the Einstein field equation. So the following are the helpful resource material. That is, we are using these equations to derive the Einstein field equation. Okay, so the first one is the Newton's inverse square law of gravitation. The Newton's square law of gravitation that we have seen in the gravitational mass or inertial mass, that is in the principle of equivalence, where F is equals to minus g small m into capital M upon r square, and second that we are using here is field equation of special relativity, which is given by R S R M N equal to 0. That is by this. So as the special relativity comes first and then comes the general relativity, so field equation of special relativity as given by Rs Rmn equals to 0. And also we know the two principles of general relativity that we have seen in the previous lecture. About the first one is principle of covariance and the second is principle of equivalence. Also we know about the knowledge of Riemannian geometry and Riemannian curvature, Ricci tensors and Einstein tensor. Okay, so we should also know about this in deriving the Einstein field equation. So the inverse square law of gravitation that we have seen in the gravitational mass or inertial mass, so it can be taken in the partial differential equation form by Poisson, and which is given by del square of phi equals to 4 pi 0 or phi comma mn, which is equals to 4 pi 0, where g is the gravitational constant and rho is the density of matter distribution. That is how much matter is present in the space. And we call the phi as a potential, where m comma n varies from 1 to 3 and so on. 1 to 3, only 1 to 3. Okay, so this equation is the equation of gravitation by Poisson in the differential equation form. Okay, so thus the new equation which we are deducing must reduce to equation 1 for weak fields. So as we see here, the equation 1, which is the form of the gravitational field equation in a Newtonian mechanics in the form of partial differential equation. So if we derive this new equation, then it must be in the form of equation 1. In general, the criteria for getting the field equation can be stated as follows. So we require the criteria for the deriving the field equation. The first one is the gravitational equation should be in covariant tensor form. This is in accordance with the principle of covariance. So the gravitational equation is in a covariant tensor form. That is, as we know, in the principle of covariance, we use the covariant formalism. So our equation should be in the form of covariant tensor form. The second criteria we have to use here, the field equation should be second order partial differential equation. That is, the new equation that we form should be in a partial differential equation and it is of second order. So to have this, we require the component of metric tensor Gmn, and this is due to the fact that most of the differential equation in classical physics are of second order. That is, in classical physics, most of the equation are in the form of a second order form. Okay, so we require the field equation should be of second order partial differential equations. The third criteria is when the space is completely empty, that is without gravitation, the field equation must admit the Lorentz metric as a particular solution. So in absence of gravitation, our field equation, if we solve that equations, then the solution of that equation are the Lorentz metric, and Lorentz metric is ds square equals to minus dx square minus dy square minus dz square plus dt square. This is this form of the special relativity space-time, right? And this form is called as the Lorentz metric. So if the gravitation is absent, then in that case the field equation has a solution which is in the form of ds square equals to minus dx square minus dy square minus dz square plus dt square. Okay. Number fourth condition what we required in the field equation is that the field equation should be quasi-linear. The quasi-linear means the partial differential, that is differential in the equation, is linear. That is d2 square by dt square. So order of this is 2 but degree should be 1. So we require the field equation should be quasi-linear, and that means that is in the equation the second derivative of Gmn should entirely linear. Means they are in the linear form. As we have seen about the definition, that is the Riemannian, in the definition of Riemannian curvature Einstein tensor, we have the derivative of metric tensor, that is Gmn comma Rn in this form. Okay, so all these are in the second derivative but entirely linear, that is there is no degree present. The fifth one is the field equation must reduce to 1 for weak field. That is, the field equation if we have, then it reduces to 1 in the weak fields. Okay, so all these 5 conditions must satisfied by the gravitational field equation, or we call this as the Einstein field equation. Then that equation, we have to know the form of that equation. So we take equation 1 as the starting point for obtaining the new equation. In Poisson equation, the matter density is rho is present. Okay, that is in equation 1 is starting with the Poisson equation, and in Poisson equation there is a rho. And what is the rho is? Rho is the matter density or matter distribution, right? So matter distribution, we do not require the matter distribution in the general relativity. That is, we do not take the rho here. So we require something else. So for that, as in the general relativity, matter and energy are considered to be equivalent. So with respect to their inertial properties, that is in the frame of reference of where the Newton's first law is satisfied. So in that case, matter and energy are considered equivalent in the theory of relativity. So we take the matter as the energy in the form of energy. So we combine together all the energies, matter energy, radiation energy, elastic energy, etc. Okay, as you saw the pictures or images of the space, that is universe our, then there is a matter, that is dust, particles, and also there is a radiation that you see that about the colors red, blue or orange in the pictures. Okay, so that is the light is emitting the radiations. Okay, so there is a radiation energy present, there is elastic energy present. So we combine the matter energy, that is matter present, also the radiation present. Okay, and we combine all together and call them the energy content of the space-time. What we call them? The energy content of the space-time. And this energy content of the space-time is included in the second rank symmetric tensor Tmn. And this is energy content we denoted by the tensor T upper suffix Mn or T lower suffix Mn also, okay, which we have called the energy momentum tensor. So the T upper suffix Mn or T lower suffix Mn, we call this tensor as the energy momentum tensor, and we use this instead of rho, okay, and does not include gravitational energy, and we are not taking the gravitational energy. It satisfies the conservation law T upper suffix Mn semicolon n equals to 0. This conservation law is nothing but the divergence of Tmn. That you see the definition of divergence in a Riemannian geometry previously, right? So the divergence of energy momentum tensor is equals to 0. So the form we require here is, to obtain the field equation, we search for a second rank tensor because we require the second order partial derivative. So we search for a second rank tensor equation, and which is of the form tensor representation of geometry of space-time, which is equals to tensor representing energy content of space-time. So we require two tensor, one which is a geometry which represent the geometry of space-time, and one which is represent the energy content of the space-time. So as in the previous slide we see, Tmn is the energy momentum tensor, that is, it contains all the energies, right? So the right hand side is Tmn, and we have to choose only the left hand side. And in a Riemannian geometry there are two second rank symmetric tensors. The first one is the Ricci tensor and the second one is the Einstein tensor, right? That you have know about it, which describe the geometric property of space-time. That is, it describes the geometric property of space-time, that is a metric, okay. So but as we know that the divergence of Ricci tensor is not equals to 0, so we cannot take on the left hand side because the divergence of Tmn equals to 0, and so we require, hence we take Gmn, that is Einstein tensor, and we write Gmn in the right side of 3 and propose the equation as, so we write Gmn, which is equals to constant multiplied by Tmn. So Gmn, we take the constant as minus kappa. We denote this symbol as, the k is nothing but our Greek symbol kappa, so the constant is kappa, and we write the equation, we call this as the Einstein field equation of general relativity. That is the equation Gmn equals to minus k T upper suffix Mn. This we call as the Einstein field equation of general relativity, and we take the another equivalent forms as G lower suffix Mn equals to minus k T lower suffix Mn, and G upper suffix M, that is in a mixed tensor form, Gmn equals to minus k Tmn, in the mixed tensor form, in the covariant tensor form, and in a contravariant tensor form. So these are the other forms of these equations, and as m and n varies, so that is they are changed G11, G21, G31 or G44 in this type. So m and n varying, therefore these total equations are 10 in number. Okay, so we have the field equation are 10 in number, and thus we say that instead of one field equation, Poisson equation of Newtonian theory, that is in Newton theory there is only one equation which is given by Poisson, but in general relativity we have the 10 equations for the field equation, right? So our tensor, so our field equation is in the form Gmn equals to minus k Tmn, and we derive this in the next lectures. Okay, so thank you here.